Have you ever wondered what games you should keep or you should lose? Find out here at Purge Reviews.
The Nightmare Before Christmas Making Christmas game is another small box Funko IP-driven Christmas game. So it's a little weird one because I guess most people probably think of Nightmare Before Christmas as a Halloween and a Christmas themed game, but it is weird that he's putting these presents together. So what you're going to do is lock yourself in a situation where he's trying to be Santa Claus, and he's trying to put these weird presents together that he thinks people will like, and obviously they will not. And I guess that's a scene in the movie, or at least a song in the movie, of what they're putting together, and that's what this game is. This is a very light game. There are decisions to be made. It's a little bit better game than the Gremlins Holiday Havoc that I played this season. This was a little bit stronger. It feels like it's been rethemed from something else, but I couldn't quite put my finger on it, and that may not be true. But what you're going to get is a little interesting game where you're trying to put presents and moving tiles around on a board or putting them out in order to score points that are on the goal cards that you're going to have for the season. So there could be a perfect way for you to score, but if it's not on the goal cards, it will not score you any points at this particular time, and you could just be setting somebody up for a random pull of the next goal card. Think about Ticket to Ride. If you just happen to draw the right card, something that's already completed, well, heck, you're going to score that one. And you're going to find that a little bit in this one. But it's silly enough and light enough, mainstream enough that you can probably play this with anybody. And while it's not the strongest game in the catalog of Funko Christmas games, it was a fun one and maybe one of the better Nightmare Before Christmas games on the market. I don't think I played anyone better than this. Maybe the TCG. But for a light Christmas game, this will do the trick for a lot of us. It'll be a keeper for us, but it's really hanging on that IP and the theme and the fact that it's a Christmas game. Here is the Nightmare Before Christmas Making Christmas. It's a little small Funko box game. When you open it up, you're going to have a tightly packed game. You're going to have a rule book, which we'll take a look at in a few minutes. You're going to have a little board here that will be made like this. You don't really need it. It's just a place to play cards, but it is kind of nice to have it. You're going to get a deck of cards here. These will be the goal cards. They'll tell you what is required. So you need a duck on this one with Sally. Jack also wants a duck. So these will be the goal cards. They're good quality. They're fine for what you have here. You're going to have these little cards. You can see a little bit of an insert here that they fit in. That's appreciated. Then you're going to have these little cards. They will fit up here randomly, etc. As you put these in, you can see that they could potentially make some. I'm just going to put these in so you can take a look at them. But you can see, now there's only 4 different presents that you can make in here, but you're going to need a few of these as the card deck is not very big. The components, these are smaller cards, but they fit pretty well. The components are really, really good for the price point. So here's the rule book. You see a picture of the front of the box, and it's going to fold out. You're going to have setup over here. No picture of the components, but there really aren't a lot of components in here. You're going to have the object of the game, and then how to do a turn, and how to end it. So everything is right here. It's very, very simple to see and to learn. On the other side, you're going to have a picture of all the toys done, so you can just have a look at that. An example of setup. Very, very simple. You probably need 2 or 3 minutes to read through this. You'll be up and playing, and you probably won't have any rules questions. To set up the game is very easy. You're going to put one of these cards out in each of the space randomly and a random goal card here on each spot. The goal cards are going to tell you what you're trying to score, and if you're able to complete this on a turn, then you will take this card and it'll score you points. Whoever has the most goal cards at the end is the winner of the game. Everybody starts the game with 2 of these cards. The rules never explain if these are replaced or not. They never tell you to draw additional cards, so perhaps these are only 2 you get throughout the entire game. What you can do on a turn is you can swap 2 cards here if you want to in order to make something. Or you can take one from your hand and swap it with a card over here. Or you can discard a card from here and draw a new one to replace it. If you meet the requirements of any of the cards, in this case I do with this duck, I grab this card. These will be discarded. Then the turn will be over, a card will come out, and a new one will come out. Once all the goal cards are attained, then you have your winner of the game. There are some of these, we'll just say any of the ones that are horizontal, some of them will be vertical, and if you meet those requirements, you can do that also. And that's how you play Making Christmas. You should buy this game. Anybody who is a fan of The Nightmare Before Christmas. Squarely, that's who this is marketed towards, without question. I suppose it's one of the stronger games in the catalog for this IP. But as a Christmas game, it's okay. You're making these scary gifts that you're putting together. The game itself is a little lackluster, but I think it works in that mainstream bubble that we have to look at this game as. We're going to be keeping it as a Christmas game, so it'll be a keeper for us, but it's really leaning heavily on that IP and the fact that it's a Christmas game.